So the first story I want to talk to you guys about today is a content creator called Tachibana Music, who produces music for VTubers and presumably other content creators. And through the fact that they are a music producers, they have a lot of intimate knowledge of VTubers and their real identities. And they have been credibly accused of using that information to dox at least one VTuber. Real quick before we begin, check out the threadreaderapp.com. It takes all these long as hell Twitter threads, which are interspersed with comments and unrelated bullshit, and makes them all one continuous image that you can scroll through. It makes navigating a thread so much easier. Highly recommend it. Anyway, let's get into the story. Furukuchi Mana has accused Tachibana of doxing VTuber talents. Their post reads, "This is very damning evidence of doxing. For someone who constantly brags about being logical and smart, you sure as hell extremely impulsive and lack any foresight that you never even bother covering your tracks. You got sloppy." Exhibit A. In this Discord post, Tachibana says, "Some of my connections are seeing her post and are asking me about what happened, and I am tired of explaining. But if I came out with the explanation in public, I don't know what she has in rebuttal, so I can take that fight." Later going on to say, "I'm actually kind of hoping that she does get doxxed and gets forced to pack up operations because everything she is right now was built on the foundations that I set up." And you'll notice that this was made on December 3rd, 2021 at 11:55 a.m. That'll become relevant in just a moment. Half an hour after sending that Discord message, at 12:22 p.m., he takes a screenshot of a post made literally the same minute where he shows that this talent has been doxxed on this particular website. It is so wildly improbable that he managed to get a screenshot of a post within the minute that it was posted, unless he had prior knowledge, coupled with the fact that he was literally just saying he hopes they get doxxed half an hour ago. This is so obviously something he did. This doxing post was definitely made by Tachibana. And I love how he tries to play it cool, like, "Oh yeah, don't piss off 4chan. It is so obvious this was you." And then when asked, did they get it right though? Like, is that Mana? And he says with supreme confidence, "Yes, that is her and that's where she works." How would you know if you weren't the one who doxed her? And Furukuchi basically goes on to repeat exactly what I just said here. So when you were hoping that I would get doxed, how come mere minutes after that message, you suddenly found out I got doxed, you immediately messaged the other person at the same timestamp that the doxing tweet happened? It's either you magically manifested this and the universe granted you my doxing, or you posted this yourself. Furukuchi goes on to explain this is not just some drama, this is a criminal offense, claiming that Tachibana put her life in danger multiple times just to soothe their fragile ego. And apparently Tachibana sent them an apology. Tachibana sends Furukuchi a message basically saying, "I admit the actions I took were wrong, I was being selfish and abusive, mental health issues, blah 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 blah. I have to bear the responsibility myself. It is way too late to apologize, my dude. You just doxed somebody. I don't think they're gonna accept your apology, my guy. I know it might be too much of me to ask, but I would like to request that we keep this between us. I would really appreciate the breathing room." It is hilarious to me that he fucked somebody over, then apologized to the person he fucked over and asks them to keep it a secret that they fucked them over. Like, nah. There is no turning the other cheek in this situation. Absolutely not. Furukuchi apparently had a 10-hour stream exposing his behavior with other friends who were abused by him. So that's exciting. You will be unsurprised to know that Tachibana Music is now a page that no longer exists on Twitter. Apparently he took his YouTube channel down as well. Again, not particularly surprising. Before we move on to the next story, I just want to express how absolutely insane it is that someone who is so successful in their field throws all of their success into the garbage over a petty gripe because they felt a content creator wasn't being grateful enough for the music that they produced. And I would also like to say that no matter how good your music production skills are, you cannot chalk up all of a talent's success to just the music producer. The talent in their singing, the talent in their non-music content, all of that is a contributing factor, and the fact that you feel so entitled to their success and their recognition is really telling about how self-centered you are. Next, we have a tale of 3 Shioris. Now, anyone who subscribes to this channel is no doubt aware of Shiori Novella, the Hololive EN Gen 3 VTuber, massively successful in only a matter of days. Props to her. Everybody here stands Shiori, right? Well, here's the thing. Shiori is just a normal Japanese name, right? So it goes without saying there are going to be other content creators with the name Shiori, right? Not that mind-bending of a concept, except apparently it is for Twitter because Twitter is full of the dumbest people on the planet. Shiori Masayume, who by the way debuted before Shiori Novella, has apparently been receiving harassment for just having the same first name as a Hololive VTuber. For the crime of simply sharing the same first name, she has gotten comments such as, "You couldn't get into Hololive, your singing is ass. She is the better Shiori anyway. You trying to copy Shiori or what?" Imagine getting multiple Twitter message requests from angry people trying to pressure you into changing your name just because it happens to share the name of a more popular creator. What a jaw-dropping display of pettiness. And to further drive home the point that Shiori is not exclusive to Shiori Novella, we have Shiori Pond, who says, "This is dumb. Don't bully another VTuber just because her first name is the same as your Oshi in a popular corporation. All Shiori VTubers are different from one another and are unique in their own way. There is no need to gatekeep the name." And yeah, this is the most obvious statement a person could make. This is up there in obviousness with saying racism is bad, right? But because we live in a place where even the stupidest people alive can have a platform to spew their crap, we all have to deal with the fallout of their harassment, stupidity, and shitty opinions. If you don't have a Twitter account and you were thinking about getting one, skip it. Honestly, if you don't need it, don't get it. Social media is filled with landmines. But that is actually not the end of our Shiori news today. As it turns out, Shiori is actually going on hiatus in a few days. I know it's unusual for a debut VTuber to almost immediately go on hiatus. However, apparently she just has to fulfill some family obligations and then she'll be right back. Normally a hiatus would not be newsworthy, but because this is a debut VTuber, I do want to get ahead of the narratives and the rumors and the conspiracies and whatever, and just say there is absolutely no evidence that anything weird or suspicious or earth-shattering is happening. VTubers have personal lives outside of content creation and sometimes shit happens. But that's all the news I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below what you think about the current situations that I talked about, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys, I'm out.